Sup flappers, welcome back to another video. So in today's video I want to talk to you guys about, yes, you guys see it, the differences between Albedo and Eula. Who should you pick up? Both of these characters are very highly anticipated. I think we knew Albedo was gonna come back, but we really didn't know Eula was going to be accompanying him. So this double banner raid up is going to be slapping people across the face pretty harshly, right? And it's going to be a backhand slap, as miHoYo oftentimes do to us. So I'm here to help you guys understand, break down the pros, cons of both of these units, who should you be going for, and under what circumstances, what kind of players can benefit from. Of course, if you're a devotion meta player, right, you're like, I would sniff Eula's panties if it was drenched in mud, dirt, and I don't know, deluxe feces. Why are you even watching this video? Who cares what I think or whoever? You're gonna go for Eula, right? That's what we call devotion meta players, right? So here's the thing. Let's jump right into Albedo first, because he was the one that everybody originally planned for. Now, I think for people who have seen the gameplay of Albedo and Eula, you understand that Albedo is so easy to play. Albedo is designed to be played without much care. You can understand this because 90% of the time he isn't even on field, but for 90% of the time he's not on field, he's doing the job of what most characters are capable of doing at 90% efficiency. That's to say, Albedo doesn't require much of your attention, nor does he require much of your resources. Cheap and efficient is the name of the game here for Albedo. Harbinger of Dawn, 3-star weapon, easy to get refined 5. Still currently, until the new 4-star free-to-play weapon is released during the event, all the way up to refinement 5, Harbinger of Dawn is still going to be the best choice for Albedo all across the board. That's what he has been from the beginning till now. Highly efficient, low investment, right? And it's going to stay the same, even though with Corrosion, miHoYo is trying to get rid of the Harbinger of Dawn meta. They are now replacing that with a free weapon. And we'll go into team pairings a little later in this video, because now we have to look at our queen, Eula. So Eula is a character who kind of is like the opposite of Albedo, and just like everybody has been anticipating for Albedo's return, people had been eagerly waiting for Eula's as well. So Eula is a nuker, right? And she is currently still, if I am correct, the best nuker in the game when it comes to an instance of damage. Sure, Ayaka is, I believe, very close up there when it comes to burst damage, but Eula is still the best. The thing about Eula is she is highly specialized, and you are required to pair her in more specific teams, essentially to cycle through her burst skill properly, because I think Eula's definite benefits are that she is a burst damage dealer. If you come to me and say, well, I am a dedicated Eula normal attack player, I would tell you to, you know, go take a hike somewhere where the light doesn't shine, because that's not why you should be telling people to pull for Eula. Listen, Eula should be cycling through her burst skill like whales cycle through their primo gems. All right, it's just on cooldown. How would you play Ayaka? Cycle through the burst. How would you play Venti? Cycle through the burst. It's the same with Eula. I see a lot of people say Eula is kind of iffy because she doesn't do much damage when her burst is down. Well, there's your problem. Her burst is down, right? Yes, you can pair her in super conduct teams. It works. Her normal attack can do good damage, but it's why did Razor phase out of the meta? It's because these normal attacking units take up too much field time. You need to cycle through not only Eula, but also her team. And at this point, you guys should understand, Eula is far more complicated of a character than Albedo is. She requires more investment, of course, because she is the one going to be on field, right? If you're a low spender, a free-to-play player, ask yourself, do you have the resources to really fully realize Eula's potential? Or are you better off going with somebody who is cheap to invest in, cheap to build, and can get great efficiency? Because understand, just because you have the money, you have the units, you have everything for Eula, you still have to understand how you can properly cycle through her DPS rotation to get the most out of her damage. It's not as simple as Albedo. You just drop your E, switch out, and watch the fight unfold, right? At the end of the day, both of these characters are going to be beneficial in one way or another, but definitely now we have to talk about the team builds, because depending on what characters you are planning on pulling or what characters you currently have, these units can either shoot way up in value or kind of fall all the way down, right? So let's go back to Albedo. Triple Geo teams are going to become a thing. The staple likely is going to be Arataki Ito, main DPS, Albedo support DPS, Goro in the support position, healer, throw in whoever you desire, alright? This is going to be the standard triple Geo because all three of these Geo units can benefit from Goro's Geo buff. Albedo's elemental skill is fully Geo damage. He also scales off defense. Arataki Ito, you saw it in 2.3, defense scaler, and Goro himself, defense scaler. So you can say, well, I got Zhongli, but Zhongli scales of HP, and yeah, his meteor and his pillars can do geo damage, but it's suboptimal to have Zhongli as opposed to Albedo. So that's a very real situation that we're about to face in just a week's or two time. If you guys don't believe me, come back to this video maybe a month from now or something like that. You'll know what I'm saying right now. It's hardened truth. All right, I'm not BSing you guys with this stuff. Triple Geo likely is going to define the meta even in a way for the time to come, because of course you understand MiHoYo does this stuff. They release it, then they fill the abyss with this kind of stuff that requires this or benefits or leans towards this kind of combat strategy to help you have an easier time, right? So here's the thing. That's Albedo's potential right there. Eula. Eula has been a tried and true character in the Abyss, outside the Abyss since her release, and her usage in Abyss, while has taken small dips, but her volatility is very minimal. All right, once you master this character, once you build a team for this character, there's almost no real way MiHoYo can screw Eula over, because guess what? Eula is one of, if not the only viable physical damage carry. I know Kaching exists, I know Razor exists, but when we're talking about highly utilized meta-driven units, Eula has been a tried and true one in the Abyss. It's very difficult for MiHoYo to target her. What are you gonna do, right? Increase physical resistance? Like really, what is MiHoYo gonna do? They've tried with the Abyss Herald, Abyss Lector, but the thing is, to counter those, you just need Chongyun. It's not, like, you don't really need much to counter those. So MiHoYo likely will not put any excessive amount of resources into slapping Eula's butt cheek and putting her down a level, because there's just, she fills such a unique role in the game. MiHoYo doesn't want to touch Eula, at the very least, until more physical based main carries that are also meta driven become more abundantly available. That's just the truth. Why hurt something that literally a small portion of the community are enjoying? So Eula's team comps are definitely slightly more restrictions than Albedo. Albedo, you can literally throw him in any teams, albeit not optimized, but he can still facilitate them with decent amount of damage nonetheless. But Eula, no, right? Eula is a main DPS. She in fact needs a team to be built around her, more specialized. I'll be making videos for each of these units and their team comps, the best ones, the most entertaining ones, and just generally popular ones, okay? So with that said, at the end of the day, we have reached the end of this video. Are you gonna main Albedo or are you gonna main Eula? Like I said, how dedicated of a player are you? Do you want to play more geo-centric teams? Are you really on the triple geo, quadruple geo bandwagon? Are you pulling for Arataki Ito or Goro? If you are pulling for Ito and Goro, I do think Albedo is a no-brainer. Pairing these units all in one team, you're gonna be taking off to the moon. All right, it's without a doubt, you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna love it, and that's gonna be that. Eula is for those people who want to build a specialized team. Eula's team can easily easily be one of the best teams in the game for clearing difficult content. If you're ever struggling, you always feel like, why does it take me forever to beat these chunky monsters? Try Eula, all right? Trust me. But she's going to be more niche. At the same time, she's going to require much more practice to master than Albedo. You don't even need to practice. He's plug and play. All right. Eula needs practice, needs your understanding of the game and DPS rotations. More difficult, but more rewarding. Albedo, less difficult, less rewarding, but more consistent. All right. With that said, if any more questions, DM me or ask people in my Discord channel. Like, subscribe, or I love to hear what you guys have to say. Chat probably has been going crazy here. Always thanking them to be here, have me bouncing ideas off of them, and just discussing this stuff in general. If you want to join my live stream, Wednesday, Saturday, 7 p.m., 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. See you guys there. Until next time, stay safe, and peace, peace.